got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me,
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Ken Adewagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bond looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Cook following the penalty. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 60 yards. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to the flat for Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Open man is Duvernay. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
We'll dump this off to Akers. And he is going to have the Falcons 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time by manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mond's throw complete there to Smith. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. That runs him gone for 36. So how about that for a chain movement? Down inside the 40 now. throw it. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Mon. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Mon looks to throw on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They go play action here on first down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That under pressure, and he'll go down. That second one went on to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Hey, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On first down, here's Mon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Second down and 3. Here's Mon. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Again, it's Cook. Oh, nice move. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Cook again. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Monstro there taken in by Smith. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. From the 31, Mon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get good.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ritter's pass completes to Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 43 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nuwanger now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in point. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenny 74 yards. And the Vikings continue to pull away in this 1st half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. McCann's got it teed up. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson as the 1st half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the